Hey everybody, it's Matthew Rathbun, and I am a real estate instructor and trainer, and I do a lot of different videos on a lot of different things, but this one's going to be a little bit different. I am, in this video, going to be talking about an everyday carry version for real estate agents. So if you're not familiar with EDC, it is the concept of putting together things that you could need in a minor emergency to get you through one problem or the next. And after 20 plus years of doing real estate, I've certainly seen more than my fair share of unusual problems or situations in which I just needed the right tool to get things done. So let's go ahead and jump into my little EDC bag here for real estate agents to see what you may find valuable and keeping in your car. All right, so over 20 years of being a real estate agent, I have come across some issues while out showing property, walking land, getting listings prepped for photos, whatever it is, that I have found the need to have some gear. Now, this is, again, not stuff that normally stays in my day-to-day backpack with all my stuff. These are things that are just, again, for an emergency. I like being prepared. I like having the gear. Not a terribly expensive way to go. Now, this is one of the smaller versions of the Maxpedition bags. I love the durability and quality of this. The zipper, it's the YKK zippers. They are super strong and great. I am probably in need to go one bag size up, a little bit deeper, zipper pocket and some other things. I'll put links to both of these down in the video description for this in YouTube, as well as links to where you can order all this stuff. The main reason I have not gone to a larger bag is that I am trying to use this as a way to keep me from stuffing more stuff in the other bag. And I know me, if I have more room, I will fill it up, and I really don't need to do that. So in addition to just some basic car items in the car, this gets thrown in there in case I need it. I do happen to also throw it in camping gear or hiking gear when I go out walking and hiking and camping and all that kind of stuff. It's just a nice little bag for everything. So let's go ahead and jump one in there. First and foremost, you can never have any type of EDC or everyday carry kit without some type of lighting. This is the 511 EDC light. It is super compact. The battery life is super long. It's nice and good quality. I've got a couple of these actually that I carry with me. Like in every coat jacket, I've got one just in case I need it. And then also obviously in the truck, in case something comes up. It's good for spotlighting things, grabbing things. It's got a little hook. The next is these Bango fasteners, and they're bongos because the little wooden tabs on there look like bongos, and then there's the rubber band that goes around them so that you can wrap it around things and then use the bongos to keep them nice and secure. Now, you probably say, I've got a whole bunch of these type of things in there, why this? One of the reasons for me is that I have used them to temporarily tie back curtains during photo shoots or videos. I have used them to fasten electrical cables. Maybe we're doing, again, photos or something, or somebody's giving me something that needs to be bound up. They're super heavy duty and lightweight, which I love. So a couple of those. The next thing is a glue stick. And I know that sounds super weird, but stick with me here. The glue stick, again, if I need to fix something's broken or has, something's gone the wrong direction, or to pull dents out of appliances. And so if I take a regular old lighter and I heat the end of this and then stick it on the fridge or whatever it is, most recently I've used this for a fridge. I let it cool a little bit, and then I can slowly try to pull the dent out. It has actually worked a couple of times for a couple of little minor things. There's a dent in a metal door going to a kitchen one time, and in a fridge. And then of course just a lighter, because you just never know when you're going to need a lighter. And so most of us, nobody really smokes anymore, so who's walking around with a lighter? It's just nice to have one in case, again, of an emergency, or if you need to start a pilot of some sort, or to melt down the glue to fix something. So it's good to have those. Of course, you need a carabiner of some sort. This one is the, again, 511. You can get them online. You can go to the store. You can order them from 511's website. The clip is, the carabiner is not like super lightweight, heavy duty. You're not gonna be using this when you're going rappelling down a hillside or anything, but it is good for hanging things. So certainly, again, we have used this for Actually, I used this one time to hang a shower curtain up out of the way until we could get it repaired. I've hung bags from certain places where this can go on one side and the bag goes clipped on the other in a car or a house or somewhere. So they're always fun to have, or good to have rather. Also, aluminum foil, and this may sound weird, but you never know when you're going to have to wrap something up. And so because this is flexible and forming and also a little strong, it works great for that. It also works, if you're MacGyver, for, circumventing security systems, whatever you're doing. So I don't know, whatever illegal activity you want to do, that's on you. But no, the aluminum foil, again, for wrapping things up, securing things, preserving things if you find something on site that needs to be preserved. It's lightweight, easy to have, and can be used for a number of things. And then, of course, it goes in the companion with just some duct tape that's rolled up. I prefer the black duct tape over the gray. I can't really give you a good reason why. And you just never know when you're gonna need some heavy duty, decent duct tape to fix things. All right, next in here is this little guy here from One. It is a little multi-tool, and it has a companion here. I've got a couple hex bits in here, the straight screwdrivers and smaller Phillips screwdriver. You could put other things in here if you wanted to. I find these really kind of work well for me. And so having a couple bits in here, this little guy actually has a compartment for its bit. And so this bit goes in here. I can use this for a screwdriver for things, if I'm taking out or replacing maybe light switches or putting them back because the painters didn't have them in place, whatever. And it also goes in the bottom here so that I have more torque if I am trying to tighten something down that I need to. And then the Phillips head, which is the most common one that I found that I need, has a little magnet, goes back in the compartment, and boom, it's just cool. It also has this pry bar here. Now, I probably, like you, have had to get doors that are stuck or windows that are stuck open at some point, and this is a great way to do it. It's got a little file here if you need to file something down that you're doing a repair on. I don't know that it works great for nails because it's pretty tough. And it's got a bottle opener, of course, in case, I don't know, you're celebrating and need to open a bottle of beer while you're doing a home inspection. I don't know what you would do it for, but it's there in case you need it. And it's a very heavy duty tool. It's very quality. I really like it. Again, it's not the only one that I have, and it has come in handy for various problems that have come up. All right, the next, of course, is an ink pen. Now, this one has a nice locking mechanism. This has become very popular with a lot of EDC folks and camping and outdoorsy people. Because the button doesn't exist, there's no there's less mechanical failure in this. It doesn't accidentally pop open and dry out or bleed on top of everything with this locking lever. This one is fluted. It's very, very lightweight, but also writes incredibly well. Not the cheapest ink pen in the world. The OLight O-Pen system is incredibly nice. There's probably cheaper pens out there if you wanted to do it. I really like this one, and it goes hand in hand with this Rite in the Rain, a little handy notebook and flip book. So again, you're walking property, walking large land, farm, whatever. You may not want to use your phone, or some people just like to write notes better. And for the end is now kind of people. Although it's waterproof paper, which makes it nice, it's also not fireproof. So you could start a fire if you got in the middle of a zombie apocalypse while showing property and needed something to start some fire. Otherwise, really, if you are a hiker or if you are a camper, you probably already have a Rite in the Rain notebook and ink pen that goes with it that is a good reliable ink pen in case you have to make notes about marking things down, leaving notes behind to let people know where the different areas of the lot you're walking are, whatever. Now going from the more analog to the more techie, the cap came off. This is a great little device, and this is something I would say carrying your purse, carrying your book bag, carry with you all the time. I happen to also have it in a case here. This is a multi connector little device. And then this one is, it's heavy duty. It's nicer than most of the ones you're gonna see online. It's got a magnet that keeps it closed and very compact. I carry one in the top of my book bag because I do a lot of flying, and it's just really easy to get to when I need to charge anything. And you start off with the lightning connector here for an iPhone, and then boom, you pop it up, and it could be a USB-C connector, which works for Androids and iPads and the newer iPhones. On the other side, there's USB-A, in case you need to plug into an older USB port, or you can take that off and flip it to be also USB-C, which is far more common now. And so you could have either a USB-C to USB-C, a USB-C to Lightning, a Lightning to USB-A, or a USB-C to USB-A. And yeah, there'll be a test on that later to see if you remembered all those connections. All right, so moving from that, and this is really, I find, all I need. I've got a whole nice organizer of cables in my book bag for my everyday stuff for business, but for the everyday carry, you want something compact that goes along with, boom, the charger. And of course you need to have a charged charger. So I think this is pronounced INIU, I-N-I-U. It is very popular, incredibly high ratings on Amazon. I have been carrying one for a little while now. Actually, I have one in my bag and then one in the EDC kit as a backup. And it does a great job. It charges very quickly. It's got a full charge. It'll charge my iPhone at least twice, my iPad, and I've even used it to run my MacBook for a while when I was on travel and couldn't find a plug. And best of all, when you go to check the battery or when you're using it, a little blue doggy paw, isn't that cute? The dog paw comes on and it tells you and how many paws, how many toes of the dog are left. So this one's fully charged. I think it's super cool. I think there's also a flashlight feature on here, and I won't blind you with it in case you need that, but it's very lightweight and it's very compact. I had one that was similar. I think this is 10,000 units. I think the one I had was 15 or 20, and it was super heavy. Literally, I called it a brick. I'm so glad I got rid of it and got this. They're great. And then cord. You never know when you have to tie something up or, you know, someone up. I don't know. Bad guy comes into your open house, you want to catch him, I don't know. But no, truly the cord here is, you always need string for something, to connect something, to tie something up, to tie something down. If you are trying to help your clients, I don't know, move or something, this could be a big help. It's super sturdy. It'll carry a lot of weight and keep a lot of things secure. I am using this rubber shrink tube on it to keep it organized, so it doesn't, you know, go anywhere, and I can just cut this off if I need to, or I can pull it out slowly. The shrink tube you can get, again, Amazon. I'll put a link in the comments below. The shrink tube is great for a number of things. I'm using it here for string, but there's been a couple things like wires, if you have to connect wires, and some other things, waterproofing stuff. You can use a lighter to shrink it by heating it, or I use the torch that I used, you know, for smoking bourbon, or I'm sure it's used for other things, but I like smoking my bourbon, so we'll just go with that. Or creme brulee crust or whatever it is. You probably have a torch or a heat gun or something of some sort in your home. The most important part of this kit, other than probably for me being the battery backup, is the Leatherman. So whatever multi-tool, Gerber and Sog and a couple making good ones, I am particularly in love with Leatherman and have been since I was a kid. They're heavy duty and strong. This particular model, there's lots of models, has wire cutters and pliers and grips for whatever you need. And of course it has the regular little small screwdrivers and can openers and Phillips head screwdriver. I still find I like this better after getting into smaller places. This is more cumbersome and it gives me some torque issues and things with this, but this is a good companion for that. And it's got a little serrated edge for cutting things, a regular can opener here, and pry bar, excuse me, the saw here on the side, and then just a regular old blade here. And so this is, again, there's lots of models. You choose the one that you like best. They're not entirely inexpensive. It's probably one of the most expensive things I have in this pack, but it comes in handy for so many things, from fixing cars, you know, quick, easy fixes to cars, to just a multi-tool for around the house stuff. We're almost done here. And of course, the next thing is, and maybe I'm the only one, is just a little magnet. And the reason I carry this little magnet is I can put it with the paracord here for when I inevitably drop keys down underneath of the deck, or into weird spaces where I can't get something, or something has fallen somewhere between the seats. That's a big one too, where I need to go fishing for it. Again, around the house, you never know what you're gonna need. So a little magnet doesn't hurt anybody. You carry it, and it's super lightweight. Rubber gloves, again, if you have to clean something for your client's house, if somebody gets hurt and you want to have protection on your hands, fixing something, you have to change a tire you didn't expect it to, you're out there with no signal anywhere, so it's just you and not AAA, you want a pair of gloves just to not mess up your hands. And then just some cellophane bags. Last time I used this, somebody had left some jewelry in the house after they thought they moved out, and I was able to throw it in there. I have put all the keys for closing in the little bag, and handed them off. Just any number of things to have just a little baggie for things. And in this particular case, the last item I have in this bag is going to be the towels. Now, everything in this kit I have used at one time or another for something, except for these little towels. This was new to me, and I just saw this on a YouTube channel recently and said, that is really cool. And it is literally that big. It's about the size of a dime. And I can put it in water or in a mud puddle or whatever, any water source I find, and it turns into a fairly sturdy towel. I find this is good for cleaning up your hands or whatever, really wiping off shoes. So if you get your shoes muddy or step in something not so great, wiping down your shoes before you get in your car is what I have recently used it for. But I can think of 1,000 other reasons why you would want to have a little towel in there. So that's it. That is my recommendation for a little everyday carry kit to go in your vehicle, just to throw around, or whenever you're going somewhere. Again, if you're going out looking at land, walking property, it's not bad to be prepared and have a little extra stuff with you just in case. All right, thank you so much for watching.